fantastic fighting game player, turned that into a career, works, went back home, bought his mama a place, just got married last week, has a child, and still one of the world's best Mortal Kombat players. And on the loser side of it is silverrye, who actually made the trip down from Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to All right, we're going to make this one official. We're going to get this fight started. Mortal Kombat 11, Blake Chadwick. What do you got, buddy?
All right, Hard Rock, we are set to make some history tonight with the Action Fight League and Fight Game MMA. We're bringing together mixed martial arts and video games for the very first time as we have our Mortal Kombat Championship set to go down here as we break up the MMA action. And at this time, I would like to bring out your official Mortal Kombat ring announcer, Devil May Spy. Thank you, sir. How's everybody doing tonight? All right. Shout out to the MK crew in the back. All 90 of you that came out to compete in this tournament. But right now, we're about to start grand finals. Coming out first from West Palm Beach by way of the Dominican Republic, DR Gross.
So this is finalist number 1. Tell me the strengths, the weaknesses. What does this do?
Very cerebral, right? Smarter players. He plays a heavy spacing game, and he punishes you terribly for the mistakes you make. That's his stuff. Silverrye, on the other hand, he's what we call rush down. He stays in your face consistently until you crack. That's what you do. So Liu Kang, you gotta play Liu Kang as the guy with the fire. Oh yeah. Okay. So he'll want to stay in your face and rush you down. That's what it is. Big time strategy.
So go ahead and give us, Brian, give us his strengths and weaknesses one more time,
all right,
please.
so Gross here, one of the most cerebral players in all of Mortal Kombat fighting game players around the world. Extremely smart, spacing heavy, and punishes you terribly for the mistakes you make. My man has been on all of the biggest stages. He's been a qualifier for many of Pro Tours. Evolution, which is our biggest tournament of the year, he got top 8 at that. He's been to the finals of the Injustice Pro Series. Like, this guy is no stranger to the big stage, so he's comfortable.
All right, let's meet his opponent.
All the way from Pennsylvania, silverrye.
All right, so coming up now, silverrye. Now, this guy, I'm housing him. Not only did he sleep in my bed last night, he also eliminated me from this tournament. So I went home with 5th place, and I'm watching the guy who I housed play for the title. Beautiful stuff, right?
Now
However,
the competitors sat down.
Bring Blake in here as well. Blake is not only
Silverrye
an
is
MMA
the losers.
commentator,
He has
he's
to win
also a
2
gamer.
sets
Awesome.
to win the tournament.
No worries.
Gross only has to win
I would've
3
been
in a
happy to have
row,
lost to you,
and
actually,
he
in the
will
tournament.
be
I would've-
crowned the
I'd have got
champion.
mobbed, my
Now
friend.
we'll shoot to
Dude,
the
Mops, you're even
commentators
using the
at the desk.
terminology. I'm paying attention. You know exactly what you're talking about. Now, silverrye, on the other hand, he is very rush down heavy. In fighting games, that's the strategy where you stay on your opponent. Once you get close, you want to mix them up with your different buttons and play the math against them until you get them to crack and follow up with your devastating combos, and then stay on top of them some more. Now, this is a classic battle, cat and mouse. Gross is gonna stay away, and silverrye wants to get in, but Liu Kang, classic character from the very first Mortal Kombat all the way back in 1991, if you remember the old arcade era, and Sonya Blade, also from the first Mortal Kombat 1. Here we are, 25 plus years later, still a very relevant franchise.
Still iconic, and of course, with the story mode, tie it back in, Sonya Blade voiced by
Ronda Rousey. And there's another MMA crossover. Another MMA crossover. So beautiful stuff. These guys setting up on the stage. They're ready to go. They need to get the cue that they can start. We're all ready. Should be a wonderful setup as we get Sonya Blade looking up at Liu Kang. There's a look at the Florida Gamer Fest title coming in handy. This is the first tournament of its kind And while both of these men wait for the thumbs up to queue up and get into it, look at those guys. Stone face, not an ounce of care, not an ounce of panic. Two men who have done this before. And earlier in the tournament, it was Gross who knocked silverrye into the loser's bracket. So this is a rematch.
So this is a battle back.
Yes.
Here we go.
All right.
Sonya Blake returns to the old Abacab days, if you will. ABAC, ABB on the Sega Genesis gets the blood code going.
Yes, Abacab, never forget it, baby. ABAC, ABB, all these years later. Now, all right, silverrye starting off with the fireballs and Gross firing back with the onion rings, as we like to call them. Staying close. You see this game of cat and mouse. Nobody wants to just run in. Nobody is mashing buttons as we get that crushing blow, breaking the rib cage on Liu Kang. Now, here's a flying kick, big time mistake for silverrye. He's gonna pay for it dearly. And look at all of the red health just going away. Big combos, chipping away, piece by piece, hit by hit.
Big juggle there by Sonya Blade.
All right, there's the jump kick over. It's gonna negate his low attacks. silverrye trying to stay close, beautiful cancel, but Gross is gonna jump out. Again, cerebral, spacing, staying away, forcing silverrye to make the mistakes. Look at these guys. silverrye did that. He leaned forward. You know, if you have kids, they lean forward and get closer to the TV. Serious mode. Somebody trying to walk away with the title. Now, he's going to get a grab. Very solid option. And for basics of fighting games, if your opponent is blocking everything you do, the counter to blocking is to throw them. So,
bicycle kick there.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic move right there, baby. You've seen it for 25 plus. It won't stop anytime soon. Here's a throw. Into the corner we go. And, you know, Ronda Rousey here, excuse me, Sonya Blade, because she was voiced by Ronda, so we have fun with that. And he's going to get the follow-up. Nice juggle here. It's going to end. And a flying kick. And silverrye going to tie it up at 1 round apiece.
I love the neck crack. That's how you know it's getting serious. Final round here.
Stone-faced. Nobody is moving. All right, staying up close, staying tricky, this time hitting him over the head. And again, Gross caught as he got up off the ground trying to jump. And silverrye doing a fantastic job of denying all of his options. Here we go, more grabs. He knows that Gross wants to block. And again, this is mind games over mind games. The beautiful short hop. He's going to jump over that low kick.
Corner to Sonya Blade here.
Yeah, and if you know anything about fighting games, the corner is the worst position you can have because you have no real estate backwards. So your opponent is in your face, and you have to deal with everything they throw at you. I hope he does a fatality. Oh, he doesn't do it. All right, so silverrye is going to take game 1. Now, he needs to win 3 in order to reset the bracket, and then a 3 again to win it all. Gross simply needs to win the first 3, and he wins.
Okay.
So silverrye is fighting at a disadvantage here.
It's a classic wrestle back scenario.
Absolutely.
Underway here.
And it's a fantastic start for silverrye to take the first game, especially since it was Gross who beat him at the beginning to put him in this position. You think of it like tennis, right? The tournaments and fighting games are like similar, except in tennis, when you lose, you're done. Imagine that when you lose, you go to a lower bracket with everybody else who lost, and you have a second chance at redemption. This is how fighting games work. So this is the man who won on the winner's side, and silverrye fought all the way back from the bottom bracket to meet in the grand finals. Using the breakaway there to knock him on the ground, and so solid is Gross with his offense, the execution. You know, you can know all the buttons and the combinations, but how composed can you stay when there's something on the line or your opponent's in your face? There's so many variables that go into it when you're sitting next to an opponent and they can taste the fear coming off of your body. They can smell that blood in the water and they attack. As you see the bicycle kicks working your back towards the corner, the most advantageous position you can have in fighting games.
Brian, so many of these blows look fatal to me, and it says fatal blow.
Of course.
Why isn't the dude dead?
Listen, this is the part where we just suspend our belief, you know? When we suspend our belief shortly, that's the beauty of video games, because you can live out these fantasies where you see this wild attack, and they just get up. No big deal. You know?
Well, you know, Blake and I were wondering, when you pull someone's spinal column out, will the referee take away a point? They do in MMA.
I think the referee would run for their respective lives. If I saw someone pull the spine out during a fight, I'm not working this job anymore. I think that'll be all. Calling it up, trading the fireballs. Any projectile is referred to as a fireball, general game jargon there. Liu Kang's is a literal fireball, so it may get confusing, but really easy to catch up. When in a kick to the face, a crushing blow. Yes, she survived. Yes, she got back up. You can
I
close it.
saw her skull.
And you just saw her rib cage get broken from the back. And again, silverrye, 2 games to 0. A far cry and a fatality.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to be
We've been
quiet.
waiting all day. Oh. And there's your fatal blow. Oh!
Now, Brian, is that fatal?
That one is fatal.
fatal.
That one is fatal.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
So where do we stand now in the wrestleback?
excuse me?
Where do we stand now in the bracket? in the
It is now 2 games to 0 in favor of silverrye. If he wins this one, he wins the first set. That's 3-0. Then he has to win another set because he's coming from the loser side.
That'll set the bracket. I got
Yes. So if Gross runs 3 games in a row here, it's over.
Gotcha.
So silverrye, even though he's playing fantastic, he still needs to close it out. We've seen plenty of guys in the ring have unanimous decisions, 2-3 rounds in, and then that last round comes around and they get knocked out. It's
Exactly.
never over until it's over.
Exactly. Man, Sonya Blade putting in some work here. Whether it's an actual fight, whether it's fighting
Right,
games,
nice
boxing,
punish.
get out of the corner. Get out of the corner.
And he's going to get the pickup on that bicycle kick. He's going to extend it. All of the kicks, 18 hits on that
18-hit
combo.
No bueno to take one of those.
Oh, and that is a punish. silverrye firing on all cylinders. This is looking dominant. Completely dominant. Gross actually looks kind of shook. He's one of my best friends on this planet, and I know his demeanor when I see it. He's shook right now.
Yeah, he doesn't look as confident as he did.
All right, taking his time, trading the fireballs again. Not in his favor as you see the health bars deplete piece by piece. If you want to play that risky, let's take it down to the last hit and see who gets it. Gameplay, sure, but up close is where Liu Kang excels, and here's the grab right back at you.
Nunchucks there, those aren't legal.
Sorry, going to break away to get rid of that combo, but Gross going to pick it up where he left off. Unfortunately, doesn't complete it. Didn't time his button presses right, and because of it, silverrye got another chance to get back on the offensive.
Oh, head kick there.
All right, bicycle kick. Does he have another in the tank? One more hit is going to do it for silverrye, and that is a 3-0 reset. Just like that. Now everything is even. Whoever wins the first of 3 in this upcoming set is your fight game champion. The first inaugural, they're going to walk away with that title belt.
So the first one to win the 3.
Now, yes, everything is reset.
Yep. Just like when you go to a large wrestling tournament, there's always a wrestle back for the guys that get knocked out early.
Yes.
He has wrestled back.
Yes, he has.
Here we
from
go.
the clutches of defeat.
So
and he
this
lost,
is the bracket.
He
This
lost
is the
to
title.
Gross early in the tournament, too.
Got it.
And he
Okay.
defeated like 8 people on his way to make it back to the championship.
Including you?
Including me,
There
yes.
we go.
Yeah, take shots at me, baby. I can take it. As long as it's the truth, I can take it. Now,
never
Gross
in the studio.
switched characters for the set. He went to his main character in Cassie Cage. You've heard of Johnny Cage, right?
Absolutely.
This is his daughter. Welcome to 20 years later. They had kids.
Imagine that.
So the new generation of Mortal Kombat is here to stay, and they are at the forefront of the franchise now in the year of 2019. But Liu Kang, the tried and true legend, the
Tried
Shaolin
and
warrior,
true.
who's won plenty of Mortal Kombat stories in the lore, in the movie, if you remember 1995.
Absolutely.
And here he is looking to secure the video game win. But
Oh.
it's more of the same. silverrye taking advantage. And you can see the old classic arcade cabs in the background, if you remember those.
I was going to say, just remarkable. The graphics, everything that's going on.
We've come a long way, haven't we?
The drivers must be insane.
Do you
on this.
remember the old arcade era?
I totally.
Talk to me about that.
Just all locking up, and you can never get this kind of motion, this kind of 3D imagery. There's so much going on in the background. It's just fascinating.
Yeah, you sat down, used to come
Cage
back
on
and
the
put your
attack.
quarter on the machine, and that gave you a chance. Nowadays, you can play with people all across the world in relative ease with the fantastic online netcode that this game possesses, developed by NetherRealm Studios and published by Warner Brothers. Fantastic game from top to bottom.
Brian, we were talking earlier about how successful gaming has become.
Yes.
And it's makes, I think the last thing I heard was at least 2 to 3 times more than the movie industry.
Per year, absolutely. And gaming is no longer carrying that stigma or as a fad. All of the people who didn't understand it now have children who have shown them the light that all of these video games, there's so many avenues, so many.
Combo by Cassie
You find
Cage
your
there.
niche and you believe in it. Our niche is fighting games, and here we are.
Yeah, my kids smoke me on all video games.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with reflexes or speed or coordination, they kill me.
Yeah, so take all of that and then add the mental behind it. Playing fighting games is like playing chess,
Oh.
except you have to move every single second. And
With the intensity, the alertness.
yes.
Is there a certain? I'm going to even say it. Is there a nutritional protocol? Like,
Well,
are you guys drug tested?
You don't necessarily
Alpha brain.
need to be athletic, but you have to take care of your body, man, because sitting down playing for long stretches of hours, your focus, your eating habits, you get tired. These events are grueling. This was a one-day event. Most major tournaments are 3-day weekends with players who fly in from all across the world. Coming up is Evolution. You might have heard of it. It's a big tournament in Las Vegas. The collection of the greatest
What's
fighting
that?
game players in the world. Evo's the biggest fighting game
Evo's,
tournament.
yeah.
Yes. And that's
I
going to be
caught- I-
August
I
2nd
was-
to the
I was
4th
there,
in Las Vegas. And there's like 8 official games or 9. And there's like at least like 7,000, 8,000 people in attendance. It's
and
ridiculous.
And it's I'm sorry, it's Marvel vs. Capcom. That's the
It's
one.
not
that-
going to
that-
be there. It's not going to be there
what?
this time. But there's so many other games. Mortal Kombat 11 has 1,500 plus entrants for that event.
Wow. Is it
And
still
remember,
in,
this is
Caesar's
fighting
Palace?
games, so it's every man for himself.
Is it
the
still
grand-
at Caesar's Palace, Evo?
Yeah, it's at the Mandalay Bay this year.
Okay. I
All
was
right.
there for Caesar's Palace maybe 2012.
Beautiful event. Now
Awesome.
back to the game here. silverrye riding a 4-game overall winning streak against
Yep.
Gross and looking to 6-0 in grand finals. No gimmicks. He wants the title belt and he wants to walk away from Florida as the lone invader.
Man,
silverrye.
big corner juggle there. 15 hits.
Yes. silverrye is the only player who entered this tournament who is not from the state of Florida. And he is here to defeat us and walk away as our champion. What a story.
And that belt is sick.
Yes.
What a belt, man.
All right, he takes the first round, and he's just continuing on this onslaught of impressive offense as Gross
that's
fights
the liver.
back. A little punch to the gut. Yeah, I know. It's so hard. But you have
That's
to just
the liver
suspend your
there.
belief a little bit. All right, plus, in between each other, and the way frame data works, it's a math lesson. I'm not going to give that to the
low
people
blow.
right now, but trust me, these guys know the ins and outs of almost every move. It's Cassandra, pulls out that low gunshot. There's the nut kick to keep him standing right in front of you.
that's gonna do it right there.
And a robot to the nuts and a shot to the back of the head. How's that for rated M for mature?
Want to force another round there.
Yeah, Gross fighting back. Doesn't want to catch the wash. 6-0. Pretty embarrassing final, but again, it is not over till it's over. Trying to space him out full screen with gunshots. silverrye with those legs. So many beautiful kicks and a fantastic whip punish. There's your counter hit. You ever see a fighter throw out a punch and just get...
Get
That's
countered.
exactly what you're looking at.
Absolutely.
It's a low fireball, another grab, and silverrye is rolling. Corner, oppressed is what Gross is getting right now. Here's the triple fireball to the face. He's
Triple
fighting
up.
back, but it may be too little too late.
Blake, could you hang with these guys?
Not yet.
No, I can't.
Not yet.
No.
It takes a lot of practice, man. The beauty of fighting games, though, especially with Mortal Kombat 11, it's very accessible and easy to pick up. I can teach you how to do one of these combos in an hour, and you haven't played in whatever.
But I think that's going to be all she wrote right there.
Yeah, 5-0 in favor of silverrye. It is looking ugly right now. He is one game away from being crowned champion, and Gross hasn't gotten a single victory on the board yet.
Wow.
Now, these players, if they get to a certain level of fame and a certain level of notoriety, can they leverage that into a career and make some money, like with endorsements and that kind of thing?
It's very hard in fighting games, but the top level certainly has that opportunity to branch out. You build your own community, whether you're streaming or you get sponsored, salaried here and there. You can certainly make something out of it, but again, that's the beauty of it. It's just like real sports. Only that very small percentage, the 0.1%, is going to get to that level. But unlike the NBA or NFL or MMA or whatever, the entry level is not a whole career of high school basketball, college. Anybody can pick up a video game and play. So the next Sonic Fox could be you. You just have to put in the time, put in the work, and grind at it. That's the beauty of it, because the door is open to everybody, but only the few chosen will get to the top.
What just happened there, Brian?
Well, we saw silverrye continue his level of cookage. He is now 1 round away from being crowned champion here at Fight Game. The beautiful mix between MMA and the virtual fighting world. Trying to pick it up. Gross seemingly has no answer. I'm a huge fan of both of these gentlemen, and I have never seen Silverrye play this strong. Something about the big stage. Maybe he got the call when he found out that NBC Sports was talking to us. He said, wait a minute, people are going to be watching this, a slightly bigger audience. Let me not embarrass myself.
Excellent defense. Excellent defense there.
Oh my God, and the kick to the face. Gross is in big time trouble, but Silverrye dropped the combo. He wasn't able to complete it. Gross uses that glow kick to escape the corner and reverse position. He is on his last call. He cannot afford a hit. A single combo will go into the fatal blow, and we will crown Silverrye the champion. How does Gross respond?
Nice. Beautiful.
There's a throw. He breaks it. Oh, okay, a punish. No, Gross misses the opportunity. One chip, and there you go. He lives to fight another day.
Wow. Liu Kang back to his feet already, though. He shook that off like it wasn't nothing.
Absolutely. He looked down. He said, man, I had it right there, but
No.
you have to shake it off. It's like if you take a big punch, you know, it happened already. You can't dwell on it unless you'll open yourself up for
That's
more.
right.
And that same mentality applies in fighting games, especially at the highest level.
Wow.
The reality is,
Gage
all
pushing
of the top
pace
guys,
there.
we understand the moves list. We know what all the characters are capable of. But how each individual person applies it is different. And there's a depth to that, which we call the meta, which is a constant, ever-evolving back and forth between champion and challenger. And there you go, Gross fighting back. Here's a chance. Finally, one more touch. Oh, no. Into the corner, big time trouble. With only 5 health points remaining, how does Gross respond? He gets the hit and finally on the board. 2 games to 1 in favor of Silverrye, and Gross still alive.
Wow. Breathes a big sigh of relief.
Absolutely, because that was about to be 6-0 in grand finals. Now, Silverrye was 1 round away from securing the championship. Now he has to fight another game. You can only imagine what's going through his head, being so close to the title and not being able to capture it in a timely manner.
Wow. So it's 2-1.
Yes, 2-1 in favor of Silverrye, Liu Kang. Yes. All right, following up, there's a nut punch. No, unhand me, I don't want you touching me. And Gross with the opportunity again, getting a lot of straight hits, but not converting them. He's leaving a lot of damage on the table. And there's a counter hit, crushing blow. Danger health territory for Silverrye. Oh, a nice read by Gross. He sniffed out the fatal blow and jumped over it. Living to fight another day. What poise, what demeanor.
Is it still 2-1?
It is still 2-1, yes. You know, something happens in fighting games that is very special, right? A lot of the high-level guys can play multiple characters. But when they're about to lose, we always, always, always go back to the character that got us there in the first place. And Cassie Cage seems to be the perfect character for DR Gross. All right, nice stagger pressure, jumps out, evades the corner. Good check by Rye, waking up with the poke to go under that high attack from Gross. And he baits out the tech throw. Big time trouble here. He's going to die for this one. And again, Silverrye on tournament point if he can win this round. If Gross wins this round, he faces a decisive Game 5 where winner takes all.
Wow. And you can see they both have their poker faces on.
Yes.
They're trying not to give any tells.
Absolutely. See,
There's
I
so
like
much
that.
strategy,
You're
right?
recognizing that body language also counts.
Yeah.
It means a lot. Again, if you're sitting next to your opponent and I can feel you shaking, I know you're going to be questioning your decision making. And that's when you take the big risk. That's when you make the big read. But coming down to it, very close here. There was the glow kick, and Gross gets the first hit, keeping it safe. Oh, and big time trouble, and Gross doesn't do a special move. He gives Silverrye a second chance at life. Please, not like this, and that is it. 2 games to 2. Final Game 5, winner takes all. All of the drama. Oh, man. All right, cool. How long we got? All right, cool. Well, we'll find out. Oh, man, time constraints. Hopefully they can hurry up and get through this. Yeah, I know. And that may be a decisive Game 5. Hopefully they can close us out. Time constraints coming into play here. But Let's see if one of these gentlemen can speed run it. If not, terribly sorry. Follow me on twitch.tv/Kitana, KITNAA_prime to follow up with the series. So, low gunshot, here's the punish. It's the beautiful stuff. There's the back 2-3 coming in from Gross. Hopefully, speed run. Time constraints a beauty, but that is what happens when you come to TV, keeping it real. Hopefully, we can get a finish before we have to abruptly cut it short. Fireball to the face. Gross trying to figure it out. Here's the throw. Good tech from silverrye. Safe, and now Gross looking to close it out. There's a jump kick. 1 round away. After losing 5 consecutive games, Gross is fighting back, looking for the 3-game winning streak that will close the door and crown him champion. silverrye has to be shook. And he gets the first hit, runs away, and a punish. Gross in the driver's seat. Big time trouble for silverrye. He cannot avoid it. He has to deal with the mix-ups up close. He is less than half his health. What a collapse. What a fold. What a choke if silverrye cannot run this back. And there's a jumping kick, follow-up, gunshot, and that is it. 1 mix-up away, and Gross is your fight game champion, defending the house. Florida boys in the building. 5 games straight, only to lose the last 3, and silverrye's going to fall short. These men, both fathers, both job workers, both giving the few time that they have to grind everything they're all and putting on a fantastic show. I'd like to thank all of you for taking the time to kick it with us on this intermission. I don't know when the cut is coming, but thank you so much, brother, for having us.
Brian,
we
KP,
appreciate it greatly.
Thank you so much for joining us. You did a great job of commentating that championship Mortal Kombat 11. And what a finale it was.
All right.
I was able to follow about 20% of it, and that was because you had such good commentating, so thank you.
All right, let's go. All right, I'm on
Get
my
in
way.
there for the belt,
giving
baby.
up the championship. This
You go
is
in
DR
there.
Gross.
You go in there for the
no,
belt.
It's fine. They got him. They got him. It's all good. It's all good. And he has defended the home of Florida from the outsiders. silverrye, your runner-up, fantastic sport, was coming up just shy at 2nd place. However,
maybe you could grab the mic and go interview him.
it's all good. We don't have enough
looks
time.
like we're jumping
Talk
right
to
into a
me.
fight.
Now you show me.
You did a great job, brother.
Yeah.
We're going, baby. We're going.
All right, talk about it. Coming up next.
We're going back into the fight. That was the final for the video game. Somebody just won $10,000.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Selling smooth. Working. Let's go.
All right, it is time. Perfect audio. Keep that audio coming for me. Mike Moran, put it back on for me. We're going to get our next fight underway here. I want to hear myself. I want to hear myself, please. There we go. It keeps dropping out there. All right, here we go. Linda Mahalik will be squaring off against one young Jahira Cunningham. Jahira Cunningham fighting out of Freestyle Fighting Academy.
Yep. This was a heated stare down yesterday at the weigh-ins. As you remember, Cunningham a couple hours late, but she came in on fire.
Yeah, this